I'm about to board a 17-hour overnight journey from Berlin to Stockholm. I'm here at Berlin Hauptbahnhof, which is where I'm starting my journey. It is 20 to 9 at the moment. I'll be taking a night train to Malmö in Sweden and then transferring to a morning train to Stockholm. We're already up there. Malmö Central, Stockholm Central. We're leaving from platform 14. So I guess I'd better go find it. Now, if you've watched this channel before, you'll know that I love my long European train journeys. But this one is one of the longest I've done. Potentially the longest I've done. Now, it is so long because I do have to change trains in Malmö. It's not one direct train. So I do the overnight segment first, and then I board another train in the morning. But 17 hours, that is really quite some time. Now, my last sleeper train was last night. I travelled from Paris to Berlin on the Nightjet sleeper. My video for that will already be live if you want to watch it after this one. I've been feeling fresh today. I actually got a really good night's sleep, and I do have a private cabin in this one, so I'm hoping I will sleep well once again. 21:10, platform 14. There is one leaving in 3 minutes from platform 14, and then it's us after that. So actually, I will go up here now, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to board yet. Now, feel free to go into the comments and tell me that I am absolutely ridiculous because I am on a 10-day trip and I'm only sleeping in a hotel room for 3 nights. The other 7 nights, I am sleeping on forms of transport. This is my second sleeper train. I'm also taking 3 sleeper ferries and 2 night buses. I am going to be knackered by the end of this. This is largely because I'm trying to video and write about as many European transport options as possible. And also see interesting things in cities I visit along the way. It's just the best use of my time, but ask me in a few days how I feel about that. I might sound a little bit different to what I do now. I must say, I am confused about how this is going to work because it says Malmö Central there, but then it also says Stockholm Central. And when I booked, I wasn't able to book it all the way through to Stockholm. There are 2 different numbers up there, so I'm guessing it's just 2 trains, but I don't know, they mention them together.
You go before me as well.
So I'm all the way down here, I think. All right. Ooh. Interesting. So it's not quite as nice as last night, but I do have this all to myself. So let me show you around. Now, first things first, I have 6 spring waters. I think this can sleep 6 people. This is made up to be a seat at the moment, but I think this can be pulled up, and then that is also can be a bed. And then there's a top bed here, and then on this side there's 3 beds, so you can see lower, middle, upper. I will sleep on the lower. There's a ladder there to move that, and there's a table here. Can't see any plugs, but there is USBs, and then storage space here, temperature control, mirror, and then places to put something sort of here. A non-working light. Got the big light up there. Oh yeah, that does these. I'm not gonna lie, the carriage I was in last night was lovely. This feels a bit more rough and ready, but it is nice that I do have it to myself. I did think that this was actually relatively cheap to have all to myself, and that's probably why, although I didn't realise it was a 6-person cabin that I had to myself. And we are off. Only 1 minute late. I guess I'll open a spring water while I tell you about my journey. So tonight we are leaving Berlin Hauptbahnhof and heading northwestwards it will be. We're going to bypass Hamburg around just before midnight and then go up into Denmark, and around 6:30 we'll be at Copenhagen, and then we will cross over the bridge that connects Denmark to Sweden, and then we'll be in Malmö, and I'm pretty sure that is where I have to change trains. Then I will have about an hour and 20-minute wait in Malmö, and then I will board my next train to Stockholm, arriving in Stockholm at about 1:15 tomorrow afternoon. Didn't quite realise how thirsty I was. Good job I got 6 of these. Now, I am absolutely fine for time, but I've got about 3.5 hours in Stockholm before my ferry departs for Helsinki, which will be absolutely fine. I do always get a little bit nervous in case things are delayed, but I think that still gives me plenty of time unless something awful happens. I guess it's all part of the adventure, isn't it?
Up to Stockholm. If you are located in coach 216, 217 and 218, you can stay in your compartments. The train will be shunted onto another train set, which will then continue northbound from Malmö Central Station tomorrow at 8:20. Coaches 213, 214 and 215 will stay in Malmö. Observe your ticket if you have a planned change of wagon in Malmö.
Okay, so that makes sense. The cabin that I'm in isn't going to Stockholm, but other cabins on the train are. So because I'm in cabin 214, I cannot stay in my cabin. They're going to leave it in Malmö. I'm guessing actually that it might just be the seated cabins that are continuing on to Stockholm rather than the sleepers. So I think maybe everyone in the sleepers has to leave at that time. So it might just be a case of moving from the sleeper to a seat in the morning, which is fine. It would be good for me to get up and get moving then anyway. And I have got a restaurant booking for breakfast, which I get for free apparently. Just trying to work out what to do. I've got this ladder here.
Copenhagen, Ørestad.
What are they saying? Can that rowdy Brit stop clattering around?
Så sen i natt vid vagn 217 har vi vår lön Ørestad och
Cool. I didn't have to do this on the Nightjet.
Återigen,
Make my own bed.
Så får jag önska er alla en trevlig resa bound for Stockholm. We are expected to arrive Copenhagen Ørestad tomorrow morning at 6:29 and Malmö 7 sharp. And then Stockholm tomorrow afternoon at 13:15, 1:15. Around 2 o'clock tonight, the Danish border police will board the train and possibly do some ID checks.
Possibly.
Danish-German border at around 2 o'clock.
That is
In
grim.
coach 217, you will find our compartment open for you. We are serving hot, cold drinks, sandwiches, snacks and more. It will be open throughout the journey.
So the Danish police may be checking our passports at 2 in the morning. But they might decide to be nice and not. I feel like maybe they're just thinking if we have to be up, then everyone has to be up. Oh, I think we've got the German announcement now. Right, I am honestly not that far off going to bed, but it has kind of become tradition for me when I'm on these night trains to do a little evening train walk just to see the lay of the land. There is a restaurant cart on here. I'm not going to use it, but I might go and see what is on offer. So let's go and have a look. The one thing I did notice actually is that this door does not lock. Oh no, it does. I can put that on. But I feel like if the border force are going to be here in the night, I forgot my earphones and I might not wake up to that. Should we go up this way first? So I am wagon 214. This is 215. So empty, these ones. Oh wow, most of these are empty. And this is the end of the train here. I do feel a little bit sad when I see sleeper trains being so quiet, just because I'm such a sleeper train fan and I really want them to be able to continue. So hopefully this isn't like it all the time, because there's literally one person in this carriage, I think. So these are all the same setup as mine. Again, Very quiet. I mean, I paid extra for single occupancy. Don't know if I needed to. These are all like mine, but again, quiet. Ah, this is the locomotive here. So there was something about a restaurant cart, but can't see the restaurant cart. So it's either the kind of cabin I've got, like the couchette style cabin, or seats. And I'm glad I don't have the seats. They look fine, but overnight it's, yeah, I would not recommend. I am all ready for bed. It's about 10:30, so it's about 3.5 hours until we get to the Danish border. And hopefully they'll decide they don't want to check our passports and they're just going to let us sleep. I've got it next to me if I need it. I will hopefully pick this video back up at 6:30 when I wake up, but it may well be at 2 in the morning. Not exactly spacious under here. Alright, good night. It's 2:35 in the morning. We just stopped at the border. Very easy though. Someone just knocked on my door. I just gave him a passport. He just had a look at it. I guess they're just doing that throughout the whole train, but there's not many of us, so it won't take too long. I'm gonna go back to sleep now. So wake back up in 4 hours or so. Oh, good morning. Oh, it's 6:30. Oh. I am feeling a little bit groggy, but generally I think I slept very well. Oh, I did have the wake up. I actually didn't wake up until I heard a knock on my door, and then I just board of course, I just showed him my passport, and that was that. And then he went off, and then I went straight back to sleep. So that was fine actually. We are due to arrive in Malmö in 20 minutes. Yeah, I think we've already gone through Copenhagen. I woke up and we were at Ørestad, which I wasn't sure if it was before Copenhagen or after, but I think it was actually after. So I better get ready. Not that I think there's any rush to get off when we get to Malmö, because I think the train stays here. But yeah, better get ready, freshen up, and then I'll check back in. Oh, because I need to work out this collection. Ended up taking 2 of these pillows, and they are actually super fluffy, so that was actually very comfortable. Other than some sheets now being used sheets and there being 3 less bottles of water, I have left this exactly as I found it. And I think we are pretty much there. Here's the first look at Sweden. Not the first time I've been here, but every time I've been to Sweden, I have been to Malmö. And that's where we are. Phase 1 of the journey is complete. I'm not too sure where I go now. I reckon this carriage gets put onto another one. I can't remember the numbers he gave last time. There are still a couple of people on it, but it is in darkness. So honestly, I'm really not sure what happens. I've got so much time. I've got over an hour. I might just walk the length of the train and see if I can find the helpful guy who checked me in and check with him.
You're probably in one of the further.
Okay,
right?
so
Yeah.
they'll move in. Okay,
Yeah,
are they
exactly.
already there? Or
Yeah,
are
yeah.
Okay,
No,
cool, but I've got time to get a coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you very much. 3 of these carriages are moving onto track 9, and people are able to stay in them, but they are also able to get out and stretch their legs. So track 9 is where this one is leaving from. Okay, so this must be my train here, but it isn't leaving for over an hour. But yeah, it is already up there. 8:20, Stockholm Central. One of my favourite things about the Nordic countries is they seem to always do good coffee. Yeah, that's good. This is just like a chain feeling coffee shop, but coffee is miles better than what you get at Costa or Cafe Nero in the UK. So this is the third time in my life that I've overlanded from London to Sweden. I've still got quite a long way to go. I'm right at the bottom of Sweden there. And then I'm going all the way up to Helsinki tonight, which is pretty far north. And the weather is different as well. So I've got time to have a little poke my head outside. Paris and even Berlin was feeling like the start of summer. Here is feeling wet. It's been a funny one as well because it's the end of May now. It'll be June in a few days. But I just haven't known what to pack and what to wear because sometimes it can be like this, sometimes it can be lovely. Every other time I visited the Nordic countries it's been winter. I almost prefer that because then you know you're going to be cold. Right, my train is still there, not left yet. I'm just looking for, last time I've also found a small shop. Aha, I think it's this one over here. I just want to buy a banana to keep me going. I think this is about £1, which is a lot to pay for one banana, but captive audience, isn't it? I'm not sure if I properly explained yesterday, but the night trains are run by Snälltåget. Apologies if that's pronounced completely wrong, which I believe is a company that's independent of Swedish railways. Is this even a Swedish railway? I'm not even sure if this is a Swedish railway train here. I don't think it is. That might be a Danish train. Tell you what, I will go and see if I can find a Swedish train. This one here. So the Swedish trains are SJ. I think that is the national carrier, and they look a bit like this. This one is also going to Stockholm, 13 minutes before me. So I better go and get on the correct train. And I think I'm all the way down here. Train number 3940. I am really far down. This is only 11, 12 here. Number 15. It'll be 13. Oh yeah, I think I'm the very last carriage. So I guess I'm this one right at the end. Good job I've got plenty of time. It's taken me about 5 minutes to walk to my carriage. Oh good, and it's an open carriage, not the closed compartments, which I didn't really want. And I am seat 86. Just me here at the moment. 86. Oh good. I probably reserved this, but I'm going forward, I've got a table, and I've got the window, which is my preferred seating arrangement. This is the bathroom. I just got soap all over my laptop case, but I guess there's worse things that you could get on it. And I'm a bit late for breakfast, so let's go and see what I've got. Hi, I think I had breakfast pre-ordered.
What's your name?
Claire Martin.
Martin.
Thank you.
One drink from this side.
Okay.
Take a seat.
Okay.
Come with you.
Okay. At one of the reserved tables?
What?
One of the
You can
reserved
take
tables?
this.
Any table. Okay, thank you. So this is the restaurant carriage. It feels very swanky. All these lights and reserved tables. Now, I ordered the vegan breakfast and they came out and they weren't too sure what to give me. I'm not sure if this actually is vegan. Oh, it's warm. It's a cinnamon roll. I have been told, when I've posted about cinnamon rolls before, that they are not a breakfast food, but I have been given one for breakfast. Remember, this is just a little sandwich with pepper, salad and hummus, I think. So I'm not sure if I was actually vegan, if I would have just got this. That may have been the case. I'm not actually vegan, I just don't eat eggs or yogurt, so I said that this was fine. And then they did have oat milk for coffee, so I've got another coffee here. Need to fix my face up, freshen up. That is better. I am fed, I am refreshed, and I am ready to face the day. We are 34 minutes behind schedule apparently, which is alright, I do have plenty of time. I was reading Swedish trains used to always be really, really reliable, but I think in the last few years they've become a bit less reliable, but nowhere near as bad as British trains, I don't think. But we have an announcement to say we're nearly there, so I'm being an absolute kino and gearing up ready. Got a couple of things that I want to do when I arrive there before I start filming my next video. Made it! Berlin to Malmö to Stockholm, complete. 18 hours in the end. That's a long time to be on a train in Europe. And I'm pretty much heading straight to the ferry terminal to get on another 18-hour mode of transport, this time a ferry to Helsinki. So that will be my next video. If you're not subscribed already, then do subscribe to follow along. If you're sticking around, then I recommend checking out this video about the Nightjet sleeper, which I took to get from Paris to Berlin. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope I'll see you next time.